Good morning, this is Steve O'Hare, and today is Wednesday the 28th of July, and today I'm bringing you the commodities analysis on oil and natural gas. We're going to look at WTI crude oil and Brent crude oil before going into natural gas, and we're looking at the different time frames across all of those. So we'll start with the weekly chart and what we can see there from a technical standpoint. Obviously, this comes on a backdrop of the OPEC Plus nations looking to raise oil supply, but also the question of whether the global demand outlook is going to be hampered by the fresh downturn in Chinese markets and the corona virus infection rates picking up. So let's have a little look at the weekly chart, and we saw quite an extraordinary candle last week where price action moved aggressively lower to 64.80 before reacting higher to close higher on the week. So had a bit of a test of support, and we can see from the daily chart that support came in at a very, very strong trend line, which has been building from the swing low of April 2020 and also the November 2020 low. That resulted in a potential upward trending support line coming in at around about 64.80-90, and that's exactly where we stalled. We then formed a morning doji star formation, and this resulted in the prices pulling back rather aggressively over a few days. So let's take a look at, on the WTI crude oil, really the levels to watch. We have a previous resistance, and it looks like quite a pivotal level, has turned into support a few times and acted as resistance as well. So for us, 72.52 would be a good indication of whether the momentum is strong enough to then look for an attack on the $75 level. 74.90 is our secondary resistance, and then obviously 76.35 is the recent and the yearly high. Below, we have support coming in around about the $70 mark again. That was where we had support before we broke aggressively lower. You can see it here. Below that, 65.60 and the low at 64.90. Taking a look at the Brent crude oil, similar sort of formation, the impulsive 5-wave move higher, a corrective formation that we believe we're in now, has potential really for a move back up, maybe a retest of this downward trending resistance line around about the $75 area. Looking on the daily chart, again, a similar type of morning doji star formation, not quite a doji, quite a bearish looking candle, but the reaction higher was from in front of the 66.73 resistance. And yeah, on the 4-hour chart, again, let's look at the closer levels. We're really hanging around 73.74 area. This has proved pivotal in the past, and we're looking for it currently it's acting as resistance, short-term resistance. As you can see, the volumes are moving lower as we move higher, so maybe a little bit of bearish divergence there even. 76.11 above that is the secondary resistance, followed by the main resistance coming in at 77.44. Below, we should find support around about the $72 level before the Ichimoku cloud comes in at 71.60, and below that, obviously, we've got the 67, the fresh recent low of 67.33. Looking at natural gas, since we broke out the triangle formation, this was back in early June, 11th of June. Prices have propelled higher in an impulsive move higher, but we have saw some rejection of the recent highs, and yesterday recorded a daily bearish engulfing candle, which is negative sentiment, and we have potential to really retest this supportive level, which comes in at $3.85. We can see the swing highs, which acted as resistance before. So again, this is a pivotal level, and one we really should watch to get an indication over the coming few days of whether this upward momentum is going to continue, or whether we fail to hold on to these supportive levels at 380, 385, and then maybe revisit the 350 level. The high that we're looking at here is at 415, and if we hold on to these gains that we've made since the sort of like end of June, early July, then we could see a retracement back up to test and challenge that 415 level, which is just in front of the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement at 721. Thanks for joining me. I hope this has been informative and look forward to seeing you again soon.